Hey you guys, it is me once again with story time from my bedroom. I bet you guys are here because you heard me say two words in a snippet of a video and it said angel dust. Yeah, but before we get started on this good juicy video here, this good juicy story, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate everyone that's been subscribing, all my new subscribers. Hey, glad to have you over here. Hope you're enjoying the videos. Also, click the bell for notifications and give the video a thumbs up. Leave comments if you want to as well. I love comments and I try my best to engage with my followers and stuff, well, subscribers. I try to engage with you in the comments. Y'all, so this story took place probably about 1994. It had to be 94 because I had two children at the time. So my oldest daughter was 4 and my youngest son was probably 3. So let me tell you, me and my kid's father, the one we was running down the alleyway with, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch the previous videos. Me and him lived together in this high-rise building. And so we decided, I don't know how we got on it, y'all. I don't know. Maybe the struggle of life or whatever it was. We decided we're going to start smoking weed, y'all. Ain't nothing else to do. We ain't getting no arts, no crafts, no hobbies. We decided we're going to start smoking weed. So his brother was sold marijuana. Let me say marijuana, maybe. Back then it was probably reefer. So his brother was selling. And we're all about black empowerment, you know, business owners, black business owners. So we decided to support. So I don't know how long it was that we had been smoking marijuana. And so a lightweight got hooked. That's what it was. A lightweight got just a little bit got hooked. So he knew when I came home, I think I was working at Kentucky Fried Chicken, y'all. Oh, I got to tell you about a story down there too. So I was working at Kentucky Fried Chicken, so he knew the routine. Have my weed ready when I get home. I don't want to get home and you got to lick all on the thing and roll it up and let it dry out. Have my stuff prepared and on the table for me. But this particular weekend, he was out of town with his mother in Alabama, so he say. So he didn't leave me no weed. I ain't know how to roll no weed. Now, I knew how to smoke some weed, but I didn't know how to roll no weed. And I wasn't going to go to his brother and be like, hey, can you sell me some weed? Because he dealt with his, you know, my boyfriend was the one that got it. So I wasn't going to ask him for it. So I ain't had none. So I was like, well, y'all fiending for some weed. So there was a girlfriend that lived in the building of mine. And mind you, she stayed on the 9th floor. I stayed on the 4th floor. And so she came down. She said, hey, Shay, can you keep my daughter for me? You know, because I'm going to have my little dude over or whatever. And I said, girl, yeah. And she was like, what's going on? You seem a little cranky. I said, girl, you done went out of town. I ain't got no weed. And so why am I whispering like I'm going to get in trouble? So I said, girl, I ain't got no weed. And so she was like, girl, I got some. You know, if you watch my baby for me, I go ahead and give you one. So she had what we call a pencil joint. And the old school reefer smokers on here know what a pencil joint is. I don't know what they call that stuff now, them big old fat cigar-like stuff they smoke now. I'm beyond all that stuff right now. But it was a pencil. And I mean, it was super thin. It'd be like about that long or what have you. And so she said, I got, you know, something for you. And I'm like, okay, then. Now, mind you, there was a rule in the weed smoking game, y'all. And the rule, from what I was told, I don't know what the rules is now, you don't buy your stuff from everybody. You get your stuff from one person because you know that person, woo, woo, woo. You don't be smoking on everybody's stuff. So I told her, okay then, girl. So she gave, you know, her daughter came on down. She gave me a little pencil joint. I was like, all right, then let me get these little kids set. I'm about to sit here, puff, mind my business. Don't come up out that room messing with me. Y'all go in there and play. And so got the kids settled in. So the kids decide they're going to take their little bed and push it up to the doorway. Now, the bed was like the little toddler bed made out of metal or whatever. So they done pushed the little bed up to the doorway of their room. So it's like the living room, kitchen, their room, bathroom, my room. And so, and it was like a little small hallway. So they pushed a little bed up to the door or whatever, and they got the little fan on, and they took the little Barney blanket and flopped it over the top of the thing. So it was like a little tent. You know how kids do little tents. but they underneath the bed. So all three of them underneath the bed. And so I'm walking, to go back in my room and grab something. So when I'm walking by, y'all, they're grabbing my ankles like this. You know how little kids be grabbing at you. And they laughing and giggling like I don't know it's them. So I'm like, what y'all under there doing? They just laughing and giggling. And so I just go back there to go get my lighter or whatever. Now, normally when I would smoke weed, me and him would smoke weed, we would be in the back room. Like, we put a little towel up to the door and all that different stuff, honey. We was cautious weed smoker. We wasn't advertising like they do now, and they just be on video smoking weed. We was refined, honey. We was bougie weed smokers. We back in the back with the Alizé, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't do no Alizé, because Alizé and weed don't mix. Because one time, y'all, I seen my dead mama standing in the doorway. That's a whole nother story. Mind me to tell that too later. And so I'm walking back or whatever. And so I got my little lighter or whatever. And so I lit it and I puffed. Hear me. One puff is what I did. So I hold it. Shh, let it out. One puff. I start feeling funny. I was like, wait a minute, this ain't my brother-in-law weed we was smoking. I don't know what's going on. What the heck is going on with this weed? So I went to go puff, and I was like, no. So I got up out the chair or whatever. Y'all can lightweight start pacing. I don't know what's going on with this. I was like, I don't know what it is, but this ain't feeling right or whatever. And so I go down the hallway to go back to my room. I don't know why I went back to my room, but I walked past the kids. They still playing, grabbing my ankles. And so I'm like, y'all quit playing. And so I go to the back room. I stay back there for a minute. I'm like, what's going on? I don't feel right. This is some bull crap. I don't know what's in this. And so I come back out the room, and the kids grabbing my ankles. And by this time, I really don't know where my mind was. So I'm looking at the kids, y'all, on some creepy it in the sewer type. Honey, I was Pennywise in the sewer type stuff. So I'm all down there with them like, y'all, on some creepy junk. Talking about, what y'all doing down there? What y'all doing down there? And they're like, they laughing. They don't know nothing about nothing. And so I walk back to the living room, y'all. I go back again. They grab my ankle, but now they giggling is really starting to irritate me. They giggling is really starting to piss me off. Y'all, I was getting real mad about them kids laughing. This ain't funny no more. I'm really getting mad, y'all, but I ain't saying nothing. And so I come back out the bedroom. Let me tell you something. Let me pause right there. When people say that they did something to people, if you watch TV shows, and they was like, I was in a drug-induced state, and that's why I did it. After this incident, I believe them. Hear me. I'm not saying what they did was right, but I understand. I get it. Let me tell you what happened. So I walked back, and as soon as I hit their door, I heard this voice say, like it was standing next to me, y'all. It said, I know how you can make them shut up. Cut them up and put them in the refrigerator. I was like, so I'm like this with the kids. What y'all down there doing? And then I sat there and walked to the kitchen. Not to the kitchen. I went back to the living room and I said, that would make them shut up. So when I get in the living room, y'all, it was like, I know how you can make them shut up. Cut them up and put them in the refrigerator. So I walk back again. They grabbing at my ankles. And then I come back again and I just kind of look at them. And then I walk past and I heard something say, call, and I'm not going to say her name, call her, which was the daughter's mama. Now, mind you, I got this big thing saying this. So I went to the kitchen And I called her, and she, thank God, she picked up. She said, what's going on? I said, say her name. Oh, shoot. Shay. Say her name, Shay. That's my nickname, Shay. Say her name, Shay. I said, Shay, you need to get down here. I was like, I don't know what's up with the kids. And she was like, what is you talking about? I said, Shay, I don't know what's up with the kids. And I hung the phone. Before I hung up, she said, I'm on my way. I hung the phone up. I walked to the door like mechanical. Walked to the door. I unlocked the door. Didn't open it. Kids still laughing and giggling. And I went and sat in a chair in the living room. Now, mind you, the building that we lived in, the elevators were notorious for breaking down. Remember, I told you she lived on the 9th floor. I lived on the 4th floor. Baby, she ain't wait for no elevator. She hopped down them steps. She must have jumped down 5 flights of steps to get there. I went and sat in a chair, and I started staring at the wall like this. So she opened up the door. I could hear her. She was like, Sherry. And I just kept staring at the wall. She looked at me. She walked past. She told the kids, get your clothes on. Because, the kids running around there, they had just drawers and probably just drawers on. Drawers and a t-shirt or something. She said, get up, y'all. Get up. Baby, she got them kids up quick. She said, Sherry. So she came and stood and she told the kids, stand by the door. She came and stood in front of me. She said, Sherry. And I just looked at her like this. And y'all, I was crying. Like a tear came down. Because one side, as much as whatever that was in that, and that thing was so loud in my ear, the other voice stopped me from doing it. I didn't obey this one. But this one that said, call her, I did what that one told me to do. And so she looked at me, and I just looked up at her. She said, get up and come with me. She said, you coming upstairs till you get yourself together. So we went upstairs. Y'all, I couldn't talk. I didn't know what was going on. My eyes, when I got up to her house, I sat for a little bit, and I went and got up and went to her bathroom. And when I went to her bathroom and I looked in the mirror, my eyes was the reddest color of red, like this color in my head, off of one puff. And then after some hours, I think I sat up Shay house for like, I don't even know how long it was, y'all, maybe 3 or 4 hours until that thing went down. She had put the kids to bed and whatever. And I told her, I said, what was in there? She was like, Sherry, ain't nothing. I always smoked it. I said, no. I said, that stuff is laced with something. And guess what I said? I said, that stuff is laced with angel dust. Y'all, I didn't know nothing about no angel dust. I didn't know nothing. I've never done it. I've never done no hard drugs, no nothing. And that was the word that came to my mouth. So I had to look it up. End up looking up. Angel dust is PCP. And guess what it does? Hallucinate. You hear voices and violent behavior. Baby, I told her, I said, don't you ever give me nothing again. I said, girl, I don't know what you smoking on. I said, but the stuff I smoke on, don't do that. She was like, you okay to go? And I said, I'm fine. I said, can my kids stay with you? She said, yeah, they can stay with me or whatever. So my kid's father, now the day went by, the kids was fine. They came on back downstairs or whatever. So my kid's father had came home maybe like Sunday night or something. No, it was like on a Monday or something. So I'm at home and I told him what happened. He was like, man, come on now. You probably was strong. You couldn't handle it, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, all right, then. I said, go get it. Now, mind you, I never gave her that thing. I never gave her it back. It was back in the bedroom, like on the little dresser thing. I said, go ahead. So I'm sitting at the table in the living room. I said, this fool think I'm lying. I said, I told him, I was about to mention his name. I said, it's laced with angel dust. I said, that stuff is lace. He was like, man, come on now. You just did it. I said, no, it told me to go hack the kids up and put them in the refrigerator. He was like, you playing. I said, go ahead. So he went and got it. One puff. One puff. He started pacing the floor, walking back and forth. And I'm sitting at the table like this. I said, what? What's happening? He was like, man, I swear I want to punch you in the face. And I'm like this. I told you it's laced. I said, ain't it telling you? I'm like, I told you that stuff is, ain't it asked you to do a bunch of violent stuff? So he like, man, I swear I want to punch you in the face. By this time, I said, no, hold on now, player. I said, look, don't listen to the voice, man, because we about to tear this whole house up, period. So I said, I told you. He was like, this is some bull. I can't believe this. I said, I told you that stuff is laced. I was like, just sit down. It's going to wear out, but it's going to take a couple of hours. So he was like, I swear I want to punch you. I said, look, boy, we done already covered that right there. Don't let that thing get you toe up and through here. Sit on down. I said, I told you it's lace. So, y'all, I took that thing and I threw it in the garbage can. I said, never again. Never again. That day I swore. I said, you know why? I would not smoke marijuana no more. I said, that is it. I don't have time. That, So a week later, I was back again smoking. So I changed it. My resolution was, I'm not going to smoke nobody else's, weed no more. So that's what I did. I changed that. But eventually, I think we gave it up. I don't know if we gave it up because we just ain't had the money for it. Or it just got old to us, y'all. So the moral of the story is, y'all, leave them pencil ones alone. Don't get enough from Shay. And, child, after that, Y'all, I appreciate you guys for listening in on today. So crazy. Go ahead and follow me on social media. My name on TikTok and TikTok and Instagram is, these bangs is going to drive me nuts, is I Love to Giggle too. And on Facebook, it is I Love to Giggle. Also, subscribe to the channel. Click the bell for notifications. Give the video a thumbs up. And also leave a comment. Until I see you guys again with another crazy story. Look, have a great weekend. Bye.